Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games, and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues, 1975.
This is Zub on the Amstrad CPC, also released on ZX Spectrum. I have a gameplay of that. And the Commodore 64. It was released in 1986 by M.A.D, Mastertronics Added Dimension, which was their £2.99 label. It has absolutely awesome box art, although clearly your helmet is Boba Fett's helmet. This was a game back in the day that was a big kick in the ass to a lot of software houses, because they were like, holy shit, look at the production and quality of this game. And it's a budget game. For example, take a look at every one of those windows. There's like proper text going on in there, and by that I mean it's not just gobbledygook and repeated shit. Bottom left hand corner is your actual mission. Then the programmers, the developers and stuff like that is also in there. This was actually developed by Binary Designs, and the music is by David Whittaker, legend, but it's on all versions. And I did not know this. I have not played the Amstrad version, so I don't know the support of the ZX Spectrum, but it is looking like that so far because of this screen. But apparently Commodore 64 version is terrible, so I'll probably have to play that as well. It was incredibly well received, at least on the Spectrum, and it sold a whole bunch. And also on the Spectrum, in the 128K version, because not only was this a budget game, but there was a 48K and a 128K version. In the 128K version, there's a mini shoot 'em up called Light Fast, which is a parody of Light Force, which was at least then on the Spectrum a really impressive, you know, vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. But anyway, you are Zub, and you have to travel to different planets to retrieve the green eyeball of Zub. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, incredibly crude by today's standards, but like I said, this was the music's on the smallest loop ever. But this was just like for a budget game, and I had an original one. I remember we drove to Bath, or my mum drove to Bath, because I was what, 10. And yeah, I picked it up in a shop. It's one of those games because I remember the hype for it in the magazines, like Sinclair User and shit like that. I just kept reading the options, the manual again and again and again on the way home. Right, so options. Look at that. 1, redefine keys. 2, difficulty. 3, start game. Right, so easy peasy, because why not? There we go. 3, start game. I don't want to redefine keys, but I'm going to go out on the limb here then and say that this isn't on a joystick. So, keys are champions: Q up, A down, O left, P right, M far. Now, it's a platformer, but you have to get from the ground as high as you can vertically, and I can't remember if there's an exit or something. Let's find out. Let's find out together. 3. It's a port of the Spectrum with janky colours. Right. Oh, I don't know actually. There's a little pinch of Mode 0 going on. Now, if you look right, it's not a port of the Spectrum. Spectrum's better looking. Right, I got fire. So, bottom left hand, bottom right hand corner, like a duck, is score, high score, stuff like that, Zub, number of lives, I guess. And then above that, that thing on top right hand corner looks suspiciously like me. Is me, and it's my health. And you can see that kind of faint scan line at the top. That will trickle down every time I get hit. So once you're on a platform, press down, and then you can move it from left to right. Now you've got to be very careful. Like I said, this is what I mean by it's kind of simplistic by today's standards. To not get knocked off, or be a complete dumbass like that and knock yourself off, because you can't go completely to the left or completely to the right. You are stuck. Oh. Thank you. You were stuck within a restricted area, or the play area is restricted, I should say. You're not stuck within a restricted area. The old building come and arrest you. Oh, Starmer Pants wasn't coming after you for freedom of speech and shit. You're right. So you can see my health on the right, going down. Obviously, if you want to turn around and shoot them... Ooh, fuck it. you have to stand up, and then that's when that happens. So it's all about knocking you off your platform. There is a radar on the right underneath my health, but I can't remember how you trigger it. So you can see, yeah, don't play it on easy peasy. There you go, how far up you are. I'm that square. So see what I mean? This is a budget game. $2.99. And believe it or not, there were full price games at the time that this shat all over. Obviously, if you don't have it on easy peasy, you have a ton of those bad boys flying around, and it gets, well, difficult. I've got my keyboard on my lap, and this is really giving me claw hands. Yay! Yeah, possibly shouldn't have played it on easy peasy, so you're not really getting a fair feel for what this game is like. Because, like I said, on the Spectrum back in the day, again, I have a gameplay of it. It's from absolutely years ago, so I might not. I don't know, I'll surprise you. Revisit it. But, yeah, I remember it being a lot, well, again, I don't know if I played it on easy peasy, but I remember it being quite challenging. But also, your sprite's a lot bigger on the Spectrum. Ooh! Shit. Obviously, you can't outrun them too far because you will hit the field and knock yourself off. But yeah, I remember the sprite's been a lot bigger on the Spectrum. I remember Zub. No! Mother... I don't think I ever got past level 3. At least that doesn't take any health. So it's not easy peasy, but it's still got cheap. Ah, I can see where... Right. Kills. I think they should have just ported the Spectrum version, to be fair. So there was me chucking around all these phrases, easy peasy, you shouldn't play it on this. And it's still kicking my ass. It does get cheap, though, and it can be frustrating. But I mean, this is a game from 30, 40 years ago. Almost 40 years ago. Why is my face itchy? Because life is a cruel mistress. Thank you. Yoink. This is pretty cool. I think it could do with being on a bigger loop. At least some of the platforms stay where they are. Well, they all stay where they are. So you will have little, you know, areas where it throws you a bone. Oh, you took a pummeling. Right. It's quite generous with the health as well, isn't it? Ooh. Are we close? Don't know. How do you trigger the radar to keep the radar there at all times? Because it's helpful, is what I'm saying. No! That's what I mean. Why can't you leave the fucking radar there and then let me press a button so I can see my fucking health? Easy peasy, still pissing me off. It's only one enemy as well. Fuck it! Turn around, you stupid deuce fuck! To be fair, that might be my keyboard being all wanked. See? Right, I can call that now. I think you should have your health depicted in a different area because... Right, is it up you press? That makes... Unless it's by design, things a little bit fucking annoying. Irritating if you will. Also, when you can see a skeleton, it's kind of cool. Move! Thank you. Cool. Heart rate went up. Right, so I worked it out. I forgot that line was my health. I thought it was the ceiling of the level, you know what I mean. But we got 3 arrows to get off the level. So, I mean, I don't know if that takes you, if it's like a warp stage thing, that takes you to different levels. You can skip levels. Oh, look at that. Fucking hell. Right, so the controls are quite tight. We've established that. I'm guessing the nearer I get to the top, the quicker the enemies come, or NMI. So I'm going to move around a bit. Like that. Hey! Memories of frustration. Oh, look at that. I've come flooding back. Where am I going? That's a mess on the left. Power pills. Oh, is it like a bonus? Oh, does it not replenish your health completely? It doesn't replenish your health completely. Not a massive fan of the colour palette. Fire. Right, it doesn't replenish your health completely. Oh, you cold bitch. That's up to you and your luck. Well, your skill in not dying. Not liking that. Obviously the enemies change every level. Yeah, your skill in not dying, so you retain your health, and your luck in the mini game between levels. I can see that would piss me off. But hey, at least they tried something. Again, I have to see what the Commodore 64 version's like. I refuse to believe that David Whittaker worked on the game. I mean, I know his music. That was shit. Not liking that radar thing. Not liking it at all. See, it didn't even kick in massively then. I had to double trigger it. You know those triggers, they're like double triggers. I'm aware of them, Dave. Oh, like that a little bit. Double entendre action. No! Motherfucker, that's irritating. Well, I think you get the impression. Like I said, budget game back in the day, so take that into consideration because of the level of effort, more so on the spectrum that was put in it. But as an adult revisiting it, and that bearing in mind that I'm playing this on easy peasy, the frustration has come flooding back. Fuck balls. So anyway, I do recommend you try it, but I would recommend you try it on the ZX Spectrum. Shall I do a gameplay of it on the Commodore 64? Depends how annoyed I want to get. But as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this version back in the day. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.